Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC, and joining me this week is Tommy.
And in honor of Mike not being here, we're still going through 2022 Electric Boogaloo on the Countdown City Claudio and Bailey and the Rosa Negra cast. I will work that last one in, damn it. Okay. Especially since she was on AEW Dark. Sign her, Tony Khan. Okay.
Countdown City Allure cast. How about that one too?
Damn it! Damn it!
Yes, Mike is feeling a little under weather, and this is probably due in large part to the fact that Claudio Castagnoli is no longer the Ring of Honor champion, having lost it last night to Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the real reason, but that's the one I'm running with, and that's the
kayfabe
reason. That's the kayfabe
reason. That's the kayfabe reason. He took that loss so personally. He got sick. It's like, I'm just not doing anything today.
I'm done. He says, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, people probably would have been fine if we recorded Tuesday, but he's like, nope. I'm sick all day today. I'm going home.
Bernsey, of course. Thank you. Episode 201. Hi, everybody. And appreciate you being there. Terrell, what's up?
Hello there.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Tommy and I are going to be tag teaming this episode today, and we're going to be recapping a little bit about Mission Pro Wrestling's Welcome to the Jungle, which Tommy and Mike attended. I didn't get to, unfortunately. So I'm sure Tommy's going to talk all about it and how much he's such a big fan of Jasmine Allure now. And then we are going to preview Impact Victory Road, which is happening tomorrow night on Impact Plus. And this one is actually a pretty stacked show that it seems no one knows about. And we've been saying it all year, especially when we hit the mid-year point. Impact has had the best wrestling of the year to this point. And this card is pretty damn stacked. So if you don't have Impact Plus, after we talk about it, you're probably going to want to sign up. And it's definitely worth it for the video library this year. It's going to be a live show. It's not pre-recorded like they had done in the past. So they are getting your value with Impact Plus for sure. So
I will say, even if you don't think Impact has the best wrestling period, I will say they haven't. I don't think they've had a bad show, especially this year. They've been the most consistent for a weekly show. I don't think they've had. Of course, I don't think they've had a bad one the past couple years. I feel like during the pandemic, everyone stepped up, and they just continued that trend.
Terrell, doing good, man. It's been quite a busy week. Doing all right. Work has been crazy, and then of course, being a softball coach, it's got its great moments, but man, sometimes it's stressful. But I love it. Love every minute of it, and seeing my son play baseball too is pretty cool. So,
past couple of days were kind of stressful at both jobs for me. Tuesday at HEB, man. I was just trying to leave so I could go to my other job. I was there forever, dude.
We'll start first, though, talk a little bit of wrestling news, and much of what we're going to talk about here is really what happened last night on the AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. As mentioned, Chris Jericho is now the Ring of Honor champion. That's why Mike is on the
show. That's the real reason.
The Acclaimed is finally the AEW Tag Team Champions.
And, okay, so real quick before we go further, the crowd singing...
This way. There you go.
Anyway, but the crowd chanting in the tune of Seven Nation Army, "Oh Scissor Me Daddy," has got to be in the top 10 wrestling chants of all time. There's no way that's not up there. And honestly, it was just well deserved. I mean, I feel like they're the squeaky wheel that got the grease, no pun intended, because it's like they really did make it a point to talk about how they weren't on TV enough to get on TV, and then they had the matches to back it up. So I'm just happy for them. They earned it.
Yep. And another title, well, not title change, but in a way, a title change. Vacant lost the AEW World Championship to Jon Moxley.
In Vegas' defense, they put up a hell of a fight in that match. It's a shame Vegas got taken out early. That was messed up.
Yeah, Mox is now a 3-time champion.
Yep.
And lost in the shuffle of all of that because it's all anyone has talked about. Saraya is hashtag all elite.
Yep.
Saraya, formerly, as you can call her Sweet Saraya, Saraya Knight. I don't know, just Saraya works for now. But formerly Paige is now in all elite wrestling.
I'm pretty sure she'll go by some kind of different because her mom. I think she's Saraya Jade is her legal name.
Okay.
And Sweet Saraya was her mom's name. I gotta double check that because now I can't stand it. Anyway, but no, I was thoroughly shocked. I thought that would have been the one person that somehow Triple H would have kept.
So I think and her contract was up like before Triple H took over, right? And
yeah,
I think sort of the big thing why I think she let it run out is she wants to get back in the ring. She feels like she's healthy enough. I believe that's what I've heard before.
Yeah.
And the way that they reacted when she was out there, she got in the ring, and I think everyone's expecting her to be back in ring action in AEW, and that's pretty exciting. Go ahead. Sorry,
I was gonna say. Well, I mean, it's not unfathomable. Look at Edge, Daniel Bryan. To me, my biggest thing was Katsuri Shibata. The fact that he remotely gets in the ring anymore, I don't care. And I know he's only been like 3 matches since he's been back. I don't care. Every Shibata match is special to me. I don't give a damn. But I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. I mean, look, I legitimately did not think Daniel Bryan would be taking half the bumps he's been taking since he started wrestling again.
Bryan Danielson.
And for the Bryan Daniel, I just slipped right there. Damn, I can't believe I did that. That's a shame. I'm ashamed of myself. Anyway, Bryan Danielson just taking half the bumps he takes since he's been back, but that's just what he wants to do. Oh, and actually, Saraya is her mom's wrestling name. Saraya is actually Paige's legal name. Okay.
Yeah,
I've been proven wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm often wrong.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how involved she gets with this, how matches she gets. Is it going to be in singles action, tag team? Is she going to create some sort of stable herself? But everyone seemed to fear.
Yeah.
Bed.
I'm so glad that happened. I
already got it, buddy. Go back to sleep. Keep talking, Tommy.
So, but in regards to the whole Saraya thing, I feel like that if she is back into the in reaction, I feel like the people. This is the thing. We can't have nice things in wrestling, at least now, as far as the IWC is concerned, because whenever we get something nice, fans on either side of the fence, I don't care which side of WWE or AEW you're on, they talk crap about it, which really sucks. We can't have fun in wrestling. It's like, I know we had some bad incidents a few weeks ago at AEW, but now we have the Acclaimed as tag champions, which everyone has been begging for. Saraya debuted, and all this good stuff, but people still want to complain. It's like, I get it. It's still not perfect. I understand, but let us have fun and enjoy the nice things that we're getting. Anyway.
Yeah. My son is okay. He's the most helpful little guy. I printed out our agenda. I always print them out here, so I have it in front of me. And every time he hears something printed out, he could be in the middle of something if he's at home, and he's like, "Okay, he'll bring it to me." So just now you realize, hey, I think something printed out. Like, I'll get it. I already got it. Go to sleep. No, that from the I know this here.
I gotta say though that's
out now, Mom. It's mommy's. Go to bed right now. Go.
That's a pretty helpful problem. That's a pretty useful, good problem to have. I can't lie though.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty nice. And I don't have to tell him. I could probably just tell him to go get me a beer. Probably grab me one. Yeah, and shout out Richie Garza. He's gonna come for your title, bro. He still remembers. So
hey, man, I feel like all this helpfulness. He's walking back and forth like cardio is what he's doing right now. He can't do too much yet, but hey, look, honestly, I'm not even kidding. When he turns 18, 17 in Texas, and if we get like one match out of this, dude, I'll be here for it. I'll be front row.
Could happen. I'd actually love to interview Richie for the show and kind of plant the seeds for that. We can get that going now. This is long-term booking in the making here. So, One final piece of news, and it is AEW related, but it also involves San Antonio. Rumor has it that AEW could be coming back to San Antonio December 21st. Nothing confirmed yet, but if you're a wrestling fan in San Antonio, if you love AEW, keep that date on your calendar. It is a Wednesday, so it would be a live episode of Dynamite, probably back at the Freeman Coliseum. And good early Christmas present for you wives out there or husbands looking for a gift for your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, side or whatever.
Another rumor I heard was, because this is the same day AEW will be, not AEW, Mission Pro will be running a show in here, that there may be an ROH pay-per-view in Arlington.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
like the weekend we're gonna have the Rumble here in January, or just
when Mission Pro is in December, and when Mission Pro is here,
December 10th. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm going to Mission Pro probably because LaRosa Nick will probably be there, so I'll go with that, or go where that's happening. Hey, Mike has Bailey, I have LaRosa Negra. You've got Gail Kim, so that's just hey, we're all covered here. But yeah, I mean, I really do. This is the part of Tony Khan that makes me still appreciate him, is the fact that he's still trying to push this with Ring of Honor, and people who are still like, why is he still having the belts defended? Well, he's trying to get them on TV, you idiot. He didn't buy it for nothing. So
if it didn't have its own show, it's another set, it's another thing, So, well, that is kind of a good segue. You mentioned Mission Pro. Let's talk about the event that was this past weekend. Yes. NPW, Welcome to the Jungle. You and Mike attended it at the Salvation Army Corps here in San Antonio. And this, as I understand, is going to be the last event in San Antonio until December.
Yeah, I don't think they're running another event until that show.
Oh, so they're not going to be doing shows in Buda until then.
They didn't announce anything except for the next San Antonio show. Now, if they announce something in between, they're cool. But as far as what we've heard, only thing coming next is San Antonio. Yeah, for them. Period.
So we talked about the matches that we knew going in. There's 4 of them, but there was a change to the casket match main event prior to the event. Was it was Genocide that couldn't defend the title or couldn't challenge for the title?
Oh no, it was Holly Dead who was injured. Holly Dead, who was champion, had to vacate the belt. So Vacant actually had 2 title matches in the past week. Unfortunately, Vacant lost both matches. One day Vacant, one day, just hang in there. But no, Holly Dead said she was sidelined with injury, couldn't make it. So what happened was, when we got there, Thunder Rosa, who of course is still on the show for the injury, but she was there, looked fantastic in her cowboy outfit. Of course, it's Thunder Rosa; she looks great in anything. Announced that the tournament they were doing would name the number 1 contender.
Okay,
but how it worked was, instead of them having a finals match, the final 2 would face Genocide in a elimination casket match, which I had never seen before. So it came down. So the 8 participants, just to let you know, were Kylan King, Caitlin Alexis, The Woad, Amy Camacho, Jasmine Allure, Michelle Green, Alejandra Leon, and Jocelyn Navarro. The Woad, by the way, who I think is my wife's new favorite wrestler.
Nice.
So I think it's my wife's new favorite wrestler. So I think she's home. What'd you say, man? The Woad? And she cackled. Did you hear that?
You can hear it. Yes.
So anyway, that's my wife's new favorite. And then it came down to Kylan King and The Woad, and then they faced Genocide in the triple threat elimination casket match, which I don't. That's the thing. I think live wrestling just has that air of being better than anything you see on TV. It's like, I love watching it on TV. I love watching DVDs, but something about being at a live show, man, just makes it so much more special. Like, watching that match was just awesome because first of all, I'd never seen an elimination casket match. That was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that. Secondly, they were just having such a great match with it, as like, I was like, this is probably one of the best matches I've ever seen, especially because at one point So Kylan King got a chair.
Mhm.
Who? Oh, by the way, let's perfect. Let me preface it with this, and also in honor of Mike not being here. Kylan King and genocide not being on someone's TV screen on a weekly basis is a travesty. Moving on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever seen these segments that Will used to do on the internet. She would have people hit her ass with a chair, and it would just like she would like she would no sell it at all. So Kylan King, when she had the chair, had been hitting genocide, but then she hit Woad in the ass with the chair. Woad snapped her head up and said, "Really?" And I was like, that was probably the funniest thing I'd seen in a minute. So yeah, what else? But aside from that, we had Bougie Reality be themselves, which is always hilarious. Casey Black Rose, in a moment that I will never, ever, ever live down, won the NJPW Battle Royal, so he won a trophy that he carried around for the rest of the night. I'm not kidding. Intermission.
Not gonna lie, I would do it too. But
I'm saying intermission after the show.
Hell
this
yeah.
dude was carrying around that damn trophy. I was like, oh my God, put it down. So, JP Harlow took on Shota Suzuki from Gambare in Japan, and this I had heard of him before, but this is my first time ever like seeing him. So watching him live, man, he's really good. Some people who were in line with us said he's a big Eddie Guerrero fan, and you could tell because he had like the EG armband on his trunks, and he even did the frog splash as a finisher. Really good guy. I hope he comes back because he was tons of Jason, totally exactly. And he's so good. JP Harlow still a fantastic jackass. I will say the Genocide's title win was probably the most emotional I'd ever seen her. Period. Since especially since she started doing the Genocide gimmick, you could tell it meant a lot to her to win that belt, and you could tell it meant a lot for Thunder Rosa to see her have it. It was a really cool moment. It was really awesome to see. So it's just a great show, top to bottom. And that real emotional moment from Genocide was just such a great way to close out the show. Real good home feeling to send the crowd home on. And she went to her merchandise table afterwards, of course. And for someone is as intimidating as she is, because let's face it, she is. She's like 6'1", looks like she could actually knock a dude out. She's really, really a people person. Like she was like talking with everyone in line. She was taking pictures, hugging, and just having a great time. She was super cool. It was really cool to see her do that. Mission Pro, to me, another home run of a show, in my opinion. So
good. Now there are a couple pictures here.
Oh man,
must share.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this.
Oh, we have to. So let's bring them up here. Mike made sure that I we're not here, but still wanted to share these. This confirms Tommy really is a fan of Jasmine Allure and is part of the top tier fan club.
First of all, I can't believe you could clearly see the bottom of that sign because I was hoping that would be blurred out, and I was
Cameras are great. Cameras are
great. Apparently, his phone is fantastic with the cameras. Jeez Louise, you can clearly see that. I thought it would be fuzzy at least.
Of course, there's Mike there rocking the Claudio shirt.
Funny story about the Claudio shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So Michelle Green, she's actually Swiss. So and so when she saw Mike's shirt, she got super happy. So and of course she knew who Claudia was, but she just got super happy when she saw it. And apparently she's a student of Thunder Rosa's.
Really?
So yeah, so she was super happy to see her. It was her debut. Caitlin Alexis and Amy Camacho. I want to say who teamed with Key Vibes, Lady Bird Monroe. She's in Texas a lot, but I think she was for her first Mission Pro. It was Mike's sign, Ted. It was Mike's sign. I would never do a sign like that. You say it. I was waiting for Tommy to read it. It was stop laughing, wife. Of course it was. Stop laughing, wife. I love you too.
Oh, I gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah.
And she just got home too, by the way.
Yeah.
Just throw in the
Oh,
side commentary.
Doesn't miss a beat, dude. Doesn't miss a beat. So.
Yeah, she might as well just be on the show. I'm gonna get her on the show one day. I swear, I'm gonna get her on the show one day. Stop laughing, damn it, Ted. It wasn't my sign. And you know what? Mike's sneaky ass. He wouldn't tell me because I saw he had two signs. He wouldn't show me what the other one was, and I didn't know what it said until that son of a.
It's like, hey, we're gonna take a picture. Can't back out now, right? So
yeah. Well, after she won her first round match, I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
So, luckily though, the Woad eliminated her in the second round. If she had made it to the casket match, I never would have heard the end of it. I never would have heard the end of it. Oh my God, I'm so glad that didn't happen because I probably would have had to take a picture with her standing on top of me with the sign. So
now, as you mentioned earlier, the next event for Mission Pro is actually a joint show they're doing with Hybrid School of Wrestling on December 10th. It's still going to be at the Salvation Army Mission Corps, and that's December 10th. Now, there may be some events happening before that, possibly in Buda, where they had been running shows previously. Check missionprowrestling.com for all the details. And of course, I believe with any event that they do, you can watch it on Title Match Network. So if you didn't make it out to this event, like myself, you can go back on Title Match Network and check out the show in its entirety.
Yeah, and I will say on a serious note, just keep La Rosa Negra in your prayers and everything. Good thoughts and good wishes. I know they're having some rough times down there in Puerto Rico with the hurricane and everything. So from what I've heard, she's okay. And like her and her family, they're good. They're just power and stuff's going crazy. So just keep them in prayers, and just hopefully they'll be okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So hurricane's nasty, and there could be another one forming soon that may jump into the Gulf and hit the States as well. So if you're in the path of any of these, it is peak hurricane season right now. Please be safe out there, and hopefully for those impacted, the recovery goes smoothly and swiftly and is not too much of a nightmare, because I know this stuff can be crazy. So
very much so.
All right, well, let's move on to discuss Impact Victory Road, Impact Plus event happening tomorrow night, and this one is actually pretty stacked. As I said off the top of the show. And there was actually a match breaking that was just added to this event. So there's now 8 matches in total on the card. I'll actually go ahead and just start. First of all, this event is a bit interesting because it is an Impact Plus event. And not even, 2 weeks after this is Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
Impact's biggest event of the year is on October 7th, and that's a pay-per-view coming from New York. So, and some breaking news on that. On Bound for Glory, a match has just been added. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett will be defending the Impact World Tag Team Championships against the Motor City Machine Guns.
Wait, a Victory Road or Bound for Glory?
Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory.
Oh!
Bound for Glory, yes. But before they get there, at Victory Road, the Motor City Machine Guns are going to be wrestling PCO and Vincent.
Oh!
That match was just added to Victory Road, yes. So
PCO, I'm starting to be convinced PCO is actually not human, because that guy is like what 300 years old and still taking bumps like he's.
I don't think he ages, to be honest with you, dude. At this point, it's like he doesn't even age. He just
I think they replaced his actual heart with a motor, and they said when this and they're like, and whenever he gets injured, damn it, change the pistons out, get him back in there. Man, the man had a legit dislocated shoulder and took no time off.
Yeah. As far as some of the other matches happening on the night, and we could pick a few of these if you want to.
Okay.
Killer Kelly is going to be battling Tasha Steelz 1-on-1.
Damn it! That's already a potential show stealer. It's like that. I'm like, that's how you're starting. Okay, whatever. I mean, just throw that match in. That could be the main event of any show.
I don't think it'll start the show, because there's a match I'm going to talk about later that probably will, just because it's going to take a lot of work to set it up. Then there's a 6-man tag. Heath, Josh Alexander, and Rich Swann are battling Honor No More, the team of Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett. So
yeah, I mean,
nice little 6-man tag, kind of a preview, of course, because Alexander's going to be challenging or Eddie Edwards, I should say, will be challenging Josh Alexander for the Impact World title at Bound for Glory.
I gotta be honest. This is such a New Japan thing to do, in my opinion. Place the main event of your biggest show in a 6-man tag team match in the event before. I was like, that is such a New Japan thing.
Now, Jason, you just commented as the next one, Jordan
Yeah,
Grace with Max
yeah, man.
which is Masha Slamovich's handpicked opponent for Jordan Grace before she herself battles Jordan Grace for the Knockouts Championship.
You want to talk about a hoss fight, bro?
Yeah.
Yo, man,
This
might just be a straight clothesline match. Just see who can knock the other one down first.
This one could potentially steal the show. Let's be honest.
Oh
here.
yeah, dude. Oh my god.
They're gonna pull off some stuff that no one's gonna expect. I think they're gonna be show stealers. So
because like I know Max is I think they're non-binary if I'm not mistaken, and but they usually get put in mostly against other female wrestlers, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's just my point is that like they bring such a power to any women's division, no matter what gender they choose to pick. If they're non-binary or whatever, but they bring so much to it. Like whenever Max shows up, it's just scary because it's just when you like, it's like for me, it's like Abaddon. It's like, oh no, this is not good because that's dangerous. So, but Max the Impaler, Jordan Grace, I didn't even know how badly I wanted that match until I saw it. I was like, yes. Give me all the things, because I thought Max was in not Stardom. Was it Tokyo Joshi Pro? I think, but either way, but borders are opening up little by little, so I'm good either way.
Max, and I know the latest PWI 500 has just come out or is coming out very soon. I don't know if Max made that list. I know they did last year as well as the women's 100. So, it's a good chance that Max appears in both lists again. So, now. On to some matches with a little bit of stakes involved, or at least they're going to be a little bit crazy here. Mickie James's career is on the line against Giselle Shaw. If she loses, she has to retire from in-ring competitions per the stipulation of this match. You really think Mickey's ready to hang it up?
I really hope not. I really hope not, because I'm too much of a Mickie James fan. She was at TJPW. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jason. I can remember where she was at last, but that's what I thought. Tokyo Joshi Pro. Yeah, he was right.
Appreciate you guys watching and commenting. Please keep it coming. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. But no, I really hope she's not. I do not want Mickie James to hang it up. I thoroughly enjoy Mickie James as a wrestler. I don't want her to go anywhere for a good while.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll stay in the battle wrestling as much. I really hope she wins this, because it's always a treat when she gets in the ring, and it was pretty historic. Last January when she was still Knockouts champion and still appeared in the Women's Royal Rumble for WWE while holding on to the Impact Knockouts championship. So that was pretty awesome.
Well, this is also me forgetting that she's been at it for at least 20 years, because she was in year 1 Ring of Honor, so she's at least been going since 2002. Probably longer. So I mean, I get it if she wants to retire soon, but it's still like, please don't. That's me being selfish, though.
Now the next one is interesting because it is an intergender triple threat revolver match. Now, basically, I think what this, as I understand it, is basically there's going to be 3 people in the ring at one time. Kind of one person gets out, the next person comes in, if I have to guess. And this determines the number 1 contender for the Impact X Division Championship, which will be defended probably later in the night, potentially in the main event. But and most likely, whoever wins this is going to get that title shot at Bound for Glory. Alex Zane, Black Taurus, Frankie Kazarian, Kenny King, Laredo Kid, Mia Yim, Trey Miguel, and Yuya Uemura are announced to be a part of this match. And who do you think is coming out with challenging for the X Division title at Bound for Glory with this?
Whoo! I mean, Mia Yim's name is in there, so naturally I want to pick her. But I also want to pick Laredo Kid, because I feel like he's a really unsung luchador hero to me. I feel like you get lost in the Ray Phoenix and Pentagon and those guys, but Laredo Kid, man, he has been so good the past couple of years, and I'm always like, why is no one ever talking about him? He's amazing. So he's my personal choice. I could easily see Black Taurus winning because honestly, he's another big, scary individual who should not be able to pull off half the moves he can do. So I don't know, man. But you know what? Maybe it's Frankie Kazarian. I mean, you want to talk X Division legends? That guy. That's how most of us ever found out about X Division.
I think figure X Division legends here. We got Kazarian, Kenny King. Trey Miguel's been a part of the X Division for a good while now. You know, he's up there, former X Division champion. So, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing someone new get it. You know, I have a feeling me and will be like one of the finalists or somewhere involved in there. But yeah, Laredo Kid, Alex Zane, or Black Taurus. Those are the top three. I don't know if I can pick one of those.
I can't either.
Yeah. So, but it's it'll be a banger. Yeah. Now, the match that will probably start the show because it is going to involve some barbed wire.
Yep.
We got a barbed wire massacre. Moose versus Sami Callihan versus Steve Macklin. Wow. What this is an Impact Plus show and you're putting barbed wire. What the hell is going on here? And it's gonna be live too. So
I just flashed back to when like the first two barbed wire massacres with Abyss and Sabu, then Abyss and Judas Messias, and then it's like it's just like Impact really made it feel like those were big deal matches. I feel like even in Impact's worst days, whenever they said the words barbed wire massacre, that's when shit got real. Like what was it? Was it Abyss? Was he wrestling Mick Foley or Stevie Richards? I think Richards was the referee.
Richard was the referee. I think it was.
Richard was the referee. Okay, yeah. But no, I feel like whenever you say barbed wire massacre in a TNA/Impact scenario, you just like, oh no, it's serious now. They're actually doing this. So yeah, no.
I always envision Abyss and Sabu because that was the first one. No rope barbed wire, and I mean, there's scars Abyss carried on his arm for the rest of his career. And like every time I saw him on TV and I would see the scars, like I'm immediately reminded of that match, which was insane.
So this is funny. The first time I ever saw a barbed wire match was when I probably have it right here somewhere. Yeah, I do. I bought this DVD at like a CD Exchange, and like the third match on it is Sandman and Raven was in a barbed wire match for the ECW title. That was the first time and I was just getting back into wrestling at this time, so like I was like, a barbed wire match, what the hell is that? And it never occurred to me until I saw that they took the ring ropes down. And so when I heard barbed wire massacre in TNA when they announced for Sabu and Abyss, I was like, okay, what the hell does that mean? Because I don't know what barbed wire match is. What is barbed wire massacre? And then I saw like literally everything was covered in barbed wire. The pallet, the ring, the bat, the fans. I'm kidding about the fans part, ladies and gentlemen. There were no fans covered in barbed wire. Though, do you remember that original Impact Zone crowd? I bet some of them would have signed up for that.
Possible, yeah. I mean, it was enough because there was a no rope barbed wire on a 6-sided ring too. We forget that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so that was different, but they set it up very well, which is amazing. So
yeah.
This one, man, I don't know who's coming out of this.
I can't. I don't want to guess for fear that if I'm wrong, the person who does win or lose will come beat me up. And Sami Callihan, I feel like is a guy who would just beat up a fan because he didn't pick him to win a match.
This one will probably get a standing ovation no matter what. I mean, this is gonna go. I imagine this match is gonna go at least 30 minutes.
I never imagined Moose in a barbed wire massacre match, man.
No,
but
that's the surprising part. Is he's in a barbed wire match? This guy, like, it just doesn't seem like his style. Like, how in the hell did he get involved with this?
But I also gotta say, I feel like Sami Callihan brings that out of people.
Yeah.
It's like
for sure.
The people who are like, I'm never gonna do a barbed wire match. I'm never gonna do a hardcore match. I'm not that style. And we're putting it with you with Sami Callihan. Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
I got to do all that crap I said I was never going to do. Arch. Yeah, because he loves to do all that crap. There was I don't know. There's BDJW Forever. Is a YouTube channel. He keeps restarting his channel because he keeps getting taken down. But he has an Oh My God series, and In the Clutch Entertainment reacted to one of them, and it was when he was shooting with Tessa Blanchard, and he just straight pump kicked her in the face, and they just both said, "Oh!" And I was like, "Yeah, I remember that feud. That was." Yeah, Sam. At that point, hey, Sammy was a feminist. He was beating up everybody, men, women. He didn't get it. How can he hit that woman like that? He's a feminist. He don't care.
And finally, X Division Championship, Mike Bailey defending against Delirious.
Delirious is the most underrated professional wrestler of all time. I said it.
I didn't know he was still wrestling. It's amazing. I'm happy to see this.
He was actually the booker for ROH.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I preface it with this: when they let him do his job. Okay. What I mean by that is when Sinclair started to have more of a hand in it. I know he kept trying to get stuff over when they weren't constantly screwing with him and what he was trying to do, which always sucked because it seemed like the man always had a plan, except Sinclair Broadcast SBG kept trying to screw him over. So I think because like him and Todd Sinclair were always trying to get stuff done. I don't know what happened, and I don't know if they both are going to be in whatever new plans for ROH or anything either. Because God knows how long Todd's been refereeing. He probably wants to retire. But no, to see Delirious's name one more time, that's still one of my favorite wrestling pictures. I know I've talked about this a million times with me, Jerry Lynn, Delirious, and Daphne. It was an Austin show like 2007 or 8. Yeah, that's still going down. That's like one of my favorite pictures. If I ever can get it blown up, put on a shirt, I'm doing it.
Yeah, this one's interesting. I expect Bailey to retain her. I know it's going to be insane, and he's going to be defending it Bound for Glory against whoever wins the Triple Threat Revolver from earlier in the night too. So, but 8 matches, a stacked card for an Impact Plus show. So how would you be able to watch it, everyone? Well, it is tomorrow, Friday, at let me take this off here, 6 Central Time on Impact Plus. Pre-show, I believe there's going to be one starting at 6. It's happening at the Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. Only available on Impact Plus, $7.99 a month, but definitely well worth it. I believe you can actually purchase the whole year for $70, $75. I can't remember. But still, it's going to be a great show. Like I said, Impact, if you haven't been keeping up, has had some of the best wrestling shows of the year, best events, best pay-per-views. And this is basically the final event before Bound for Glory. So there's a potentially for a lot of storylines out of this event to lead into what is their WrestleMania event, their biggest event of the year. Yep. So, but yeah, this is going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and we'll be talking about it next week. Now, before we get into our 1-minute warning segment, I thought it was worth it to just laugh at Jim Cornette being put in his place a bit. You guys might like this. So he was talking about Quincy Elliott, NXT talent.
Oh no.
And he said this, quote, "In this outfit, he looks like if Mabel was a popped Macy's parade balloon, a human waterbed perhaps, might be a more apt description. You could show a drive-in movie on his bulbous ass, and his man boobs look like 2 possums fighting in a pillowcase." Now, Quincy, to his credit, great response, said and tweeted this, "Makes sense why he's obsessed with my body. I'm built just like his wife." Bro, we're done.
Good night, everybody.
I saw this right before the show. I was like, I have to find a way to share this on the show. I don't care if I just do it. Don't take any crap from anyone, man. That was awesome. That was a hell of a response. So,
see, this is the thing with Jim Cornette. Even when he says some stuff I agree with, he follows it up immediately with stuff I'm just like, dude, I was about to give you credit, and then you did this.
Props to Quincy for that response, though.
Yeah,
that's amazing. So,
dude, hey. When we're quick with a comeback like that, I think that's the guy that makes you say, "Oh, that guy's sticking around for a while."
Yes. All right. Well, we'll move into our 1-minute warning segment here. Now, I should say that Mike, if he was on here, would probably be ranting about why Claudio is no longer the Ring of Honor World Champion. Why
he would be very upset about why
that's the reason why he's sick. So we'll just say it's great. That's what his topic will be about. He may tweet later what he would be discussing. So check that out if you can. Tommy, do you have a 1 minute warning this week?
I think I do.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
All right, and go.
Okay, so this is me again repeating how I firmly believe AEW is still okay. No matter what people think, no matter what they complain about, AEW is okay. Arthur Ashe, the Grand Slam show, I think they cleared the $1 million at the gate. I think they did because Tony Khan said if whoever makes them hit that million, got like a free gift. I think he got like a chair that was signed by a lot of the talent, including Tony Khan himself. And then you got, like the Acclaim. Everyone complained that the Acclaim, like, when the Acclaim get their time? When the Acclaim. Okay, they got their time. Did y'all see how loud that pop was? It was a buildup. That freaking place lost its crap. It lost its crap with Soraya, yes, but I don't know. I think the Acclaim got a bigger pop because people were just waiting for that to happen, and they earned it. So, and of course, you get Moxley and Bryan Danielson, which was there any chance I wasn't going to be a banger? I don't think so. And of course, you have the devil himself, MJF, waiting in the wings. So I repeat myself again. AEW is fine, and I'm still believing in Tony Khan because he still is going to say it's Ring of Honor. So I was at this show, so I got to show the shirt. So
The
yeah.
sad part is, Tommy, with him running Ring of Honor, you're least likely to get in free to Ring of Honor shows, man. I'm just sorry. It's just
you don't know that. I mean, I don't get in free to. Now, hold on before you go. Like, how funny would it be? Is if they do start doing running shows again and like he puts people in charge again who know me, like, oh yeah, Tommy, come in. I thought I wouldn't do this anymore.
Lucky.
True.
I'm going to spend a minute to talk about someone that actually had an impact on Mike and Mike's lives. If you don't know, Mike and I are both graduates at 1999 of Central Catholic High School, and this past Monday, one of my favorite teachers that I ever had, Brother Cornell, passed away at the age of 81. This man, I feel it's worth it to honor him. He spent nearly 55 years of his life in service to his alma mater. He was also a Central grad. And I had him for 3 classes in high school, computer science my junior year, computer science 2 my senior year, as well as calculus my senior year. And Mike was also in those classes with me. So he knows just how great a man this guy was. He was something special. He really ignited my passion for computers. And if you notice on this card I have here, he was known as the voice of the buttons because his voice was iconic at every Central Catholic home game, whatever sport it was. Basketball, baseball, definitely football. You heard his name on the PA, and he took pride in that and doing it right. And the last time I saw him was about a year ago. We had gone to a Central game, and I got to see him. And as always, you remember me, always had a smile on my face. But one final story I want to share, what I admire the most about this guy. And Tina, my wife, was actually getting ready to teach calculus for the first time at where she teaches at now. And very nervous about it, didn't know a whole lot about it. But I reached out to, I said, let me reach out to my former calculus teacher and sent Brother Cornell a message, an email, and he immediately responded to say, yeah, I can get together, help her out. And we met at the school. He sat down with my wife for a good 30, 45 minutes, going over all his notes, everything, how he taught the class, and gave my wife a thumb drive with all of his notes, all of his handouts, some of which gave me nightmares when I was in school there. But it really made the transition easier for my wife. She's been teaching calculus ever since, and she's forever, ever grateful to him for that help. So, I've been in business, man. He was a mentor in my life. So, and, thank you for everything.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that can go, man. Shoot. I know a few mentors like that. Yeah, man. He sounds awesome. Yeah.
He was. So. He really was. Yeah. So.
I understand that calculus part giving you nightmares, though.
Hard class, but man, he made you work for it. Let me tell you.
Tina shared something like a calculus problem the other day on I think on one of her stories, and And I said, first of all, this gave me a headache, and I'm just looking at it. I'm not even trying to solve it. She said, I think I did the same to my students. I was like, it's like, this is just evil. Why did you post this? It's like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us, for live chatting along with us. So short show this week, but we are going to be back next week to recap Impact Victory Road and talk a little bit about what's going on heading into Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
Also, we could potentially also be talking and arguing about the PWI 500. I'm, I get the full list here. If the magazine comes in the mail for me, I am a subscriber. So that list has come out. I believe the obvious number one, I think everyone would agree, for those that don't know, is Roman Reigns.
I agree with the number one. It was the rest of the top 10 that I call questionable on. But Roman Reigns being number one is fair.
We may be arguing about that next week.
Yeah.
Be ready for that. So,
yeah,
we'll talk about for Glory. We'll probably talk a bit about the PWI 500. And this is, it's always a fun show when we discuss these lists because it's the most debated topic of the year among wrestling fans. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yep. Let me get the music going back here again.
Forgot about that.
Thank you everyone for joining, for live chatting along with us. We do appreciate it. Over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC. And as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Comment at the end. Oh, Steady wants to say happy birthday to his wife, Melissa.
Happy birthday to Melissa.
All right, we'll catch you next week.